What's happening, y'all? Rajiv here, health and wellness coach, plant-based chef in the Portland area. And today I want to share some super important but simple tips that can richly improve your nutritional intake on a daily basis. One of the first tips I want to share with y'all today is about dietary fiber. It is something that is actually not so hard to get, but is missing in the traditional diet. The recommended daily amount is 25 grams, and I want to show you some ways today of how we can get more of that in. And some of the biggest benefits of consuming more dietary fiber are helping us clean our digestive tract and remove waste from our bodies, helping to manage weight loss and blood sugar levels, and helps decrease the risk of chronic and metabolic diseases like diabetes and heart disease. And some of the best ways to add more dietary fiber into your diet each day is through whole grains, beans and legumes, and fruits and vegetables. We can swap out the white rice for a whole grain brown rice. This is gonna have more dietary fiber in it, and it's gonna slow the release of that glucose into the bloodstream. And the second tip is, how do we build a dish creating deep flavor using aromatics, spices, herbs, without having to use excessive amounts of fat in the form of inflammatory oils, saturated fats like butter, and excessive amounts of sodium, which cannot be nurturing to our health. Now I'm gonna show you how to build that dish from the ground up and create that deep flavor. A little bit of oil in the pan. The first to go in will be our onions. We're looking for that nice sizzle in the pan. Next, we're gonna go in with our garlic. You're gonna start to smell the fragrances build from the pan, and that's what we call them aromatics. We get that aroma, and that's what's building that deep flavor in this dish. Next, we're gonna grate some ginger into the pan. This is gonna have great fragrance, great flavor, and mix that around, toast it. Next, we're gonna toss in our lentils, and we're going to toast them until they become nicely toasted and fragrant. That actually enhances the flavor of the lentils. We're gonna go in with some of our spices. A key tip is to toast your dry spices. That brings out the natural essences and flavors in those spices. So we have some smoked paprika, some curry powder, pinch of dried thyme. Now that everything's lightly toasted, we're gonna go in with some low sodium vegetable broth. Always have some liquid on hand so that we make sure we don't burn any of those garlic and spices in the pan. Another one of our herbs, we're gonna be tossing in a bay leaf, and a bay leaf might be small, but it's got big flavor. And we'll season lightly with a little bit of sea salt. And because we've added such deep, rich flavors and we've built this dish up from the ground up, we don't have to add a lot of salt to flavor the dish. And tip number 3 is using alternative methods to achieve a nice golden brown, crispy crust on something without having to deep fat fry it. Deep fried foods are high in saturated fat and trans fat, which contributes to poor heart health, can contribute to plaque buildup in our arteries, obesity, weight gain, diabetes. That's why it's important that we avoid deep fried foods as much as possible. Using a method like the air fryer can be a great solution to this.